A lot of people watch the replay. It's one of the things I get annoyed with is like people waiting for others. I just get right into it. This is going to be a little bit of a vulnerable share because this entire thing that's going on in the world has impacted me personally in a really big way. So I'm just going to give you a story. Obviously, I'm not going to say the words or the things, but my beautiful mother, her name is Joanna. She moved with her partner to live in Canada. And Canada is one of these countries that is pretty full on lockdowns and everything that's happening. And so she wanted to go and visit my daughter and my grandson. And so she felt in order to be able to leave Canada and be able to come back to her partner that she needed to, take care of herself that way, just to travel. And it's really unfortunate because, my mother is, getting older, close to 80, and already probably has a few, health issues along the way. And we need to understand that a lot of people in their 70s and 80s and 90s have comorbidities, meaning they have some type of issue already. And so to have this experimental type of thing being done, it's tough. And so my mother went ahead and did that, and then drove down to see my grandson and my daughter. And within even just by the time she arrived, she was already having a really tough time, obviously having a reaction and tough time getting out of the car, and then just went downhill very quickly and was admitted to the emergency room. And so this is what I've been dealing with for the last week. And of course I would have been on a plane immediately, but my own passport was at immigration. I was getting my V-TOX renewed. I live in Bali, Indonesia. And so we had to put a rush on it, and they got it to me yesterday, and I will be flying out the day after tomorrow to head back to the United States to be with my mother and to support her and give her love and give her all my best so that I don't have any regrets whatsoever not being there for my mother. You don't have to worry about me. I can travel freely without having to do anything specifically to do that. But the main point that I want to make is, my mother perceived or kind of was forced to do this thing to go and visit my own daughter and my grandson, and has a big reaction in ER, blood pressure is 170, 180 over 120, absolutely dangerous emergency, pulse rates 120, surprised she's even cracking on. And then a few days later is tested and found to be positive. So it's wait a second, she just had this thing, she's got this massive reaction, and then, a week later, she's positive for this thing. It's what was the point? What's the point of being forced to take this thing if a week later you're going to get the very thing that you're getting that against anyway? It's such, excuse my language, such a mind fuck. It's sad. And I know there's a lot of people out there with varying opinions, and I get it, and God bless you, whatever your opinions are, you have the right and the choice to do whatever you choose is best for you. And, my own mother shouldn't be forced to do these things, especially close to the age of 80 with already existing heart condition and things going on. These things need to be considered. And I don't want to get into the details, but I just want to say it's forced me really into digging deep into the research, into the sciences about how can we prevent having a reaction to toxicity. Okay, and I've been doing this for a very long time, but it's really pushed me to dig into the sciences about specifically if you feel like you're going to be forced to go through this, what do you have to do to make sure you're not having these negative reactions, even if you potentially already have some type of comorbidity or issue, because this is happening to everyone. And so this is the information I want to share with as many people as possible. I wish to God my mother would have told me what she was going to do, because I would have been able to help her radically. I know the science is very clear on things that we can do to absolutely protect ourselves from the toxicities that come with this. And now there's been a lot of research that's been done just recently that shows there are specific plants that we can start to use that will block the reproduction of this thing called spike, and it will potentially reduce issues, according to the sciences, about 80% in a lot of cases. And so I want to share this. I have an event tomorrow night. It's completely free. I was going to run this event. I run these events all the time based on fasting, detoxification, and healing. And tomorrow night, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to change everything I normally do. And I'm just going to share what people need to do to prepare themselves. If you feel like you're going to be forced to do this, or if you're going to go do this, there are some key elements of things that you can do to radically protect yourself, prevent reactions, and potentially really help with whatever is coming inside to minimize any damage. That's the main focus of what I want to put out tomorrow night. And I highly recommend you guys come along and we open up and have a conversation. I promise to not be too full on. I'm just going to share some processes, show the science of what we can do to protect ourselves, and this same science that can protect you from reactions and potentially issues with having the thing will also radically protect you from getting the actual thing, the Rona. It'll protect you from the Rona in general. So I highly recommend, if you're interested or you know people that are in fear and doubt and being forced down this direction, I recommend you share this, you send them along, because I can give you some information. I've been in this space of detoxification, running fasting retreats and helping people to heal for over a decade. I'm committed to this process and I'm committed to share. And, this might become an event where I really dig in deep. But starting tomorrow, it's going to be free information to anybody who shows up. I really hope to see you there. I hope you share this to as many people as possible, because this information has the potential to save lives, and it has the potential to potentially radically reduce any reactions. So that's what I want to put out there. I'm going to put the link into the chat because I know sometimes posting links and doing things, but you can just go to tylertolman.com and register, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to share. Like I said, if you guys are just joining, my mom has had some major reactions to the thing, and it's forced me to dig deep into the research. So I'm going to be sharing. I hope you guys register and come along. That's all I have to say for today. Have a beautiful day wherever you are, and I hope to see you tomorrow night.